Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JLeesCorner. This is a quick little foolishness chat with these fools going on around here. Okay, what is wrong with people? Okay, what is wrong with people? Okay, but first things first, if you have not done so already, take a moment to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, and all that goodness and stuff. Do not forget to like this video either on your way in, on your way out, or while you're in here. Hit that little like button. Help me help you by helping me. Share me with the world by also hitting that share button to share me your social media because it's a great thing to do and whatnot. Okay, we also want to be sure to comment in the comment section to, talk back and forth to me and whatnot. Now, do not forget to relax, to relate, to release, to center yourself and everyone around you. Also, always inhale and exhale because it keeps you a little bit sane. A little bit sane or whatever. Y'all know to follow me on social media at J_Lees_Corner on Twitter and on IG and everything too. But y'all know, like and subscribe, like and subscribe. So babies all over the place, divorces all over the place, people losing their mind all over the place. Okay, let's start. Where should we start? Let's start with Carmelo and LaLa. Okay, LaLa and Carmelo have been around have been a couple for a long time, as we see from the old photos of when they first got together. Okay, first got together. So now that they are, been together for all this time, have a 14-year-old son and the whatnot, Carmelo chooses to continue to make dumb decisions as it has came up that he probably, shoulda, coulda, woulda, allegedly has twin babies, okay, with some lady who wants to keep her name anonymous but wants to put out text messages between her and Carmelo and say what they allegedly plan with these babies and whatnot. Now we know LaLa and Carmelo separated back in 2017. Okay, so they've really been living, they have not been a married couple since then. I know they have been co-parenting their son, Cayenne, who again is 14 years old. Carmelo, I believe, was traded to different teams. He had moved or whatever. But again, they've been together since, LaLa's first phase. So for him to be out here cheating again, because we know it's alleged they already had that one daughter with that lady. That was the first reason LaLa filed for a divorce. So, but was separated. But currently, LaLa officially filed for divorce from this man. Okay, because she tired of putting up with his stuff. Okay, and Carmelo, she was with you back when you had them big old hats, big old suits, and long ass chains. And now that you're wearing fitting suits or whatever, and no chains, you want to act like you don't know how to act as a husband. Okay, out here cheating, all willy nilly having babies with people or whatever. So Hollywood Unlocked, Jasmine Brand, YBF, all the blogs have picked up the story of these two divorcing, but also of this lady who said, again, she met Carmelo in around 2000, okay, in New York or whatever, and not 2000, in 2020, when she met him or whatever, and she turned around a couple times, but he was persistent to get with her or whatever. So they got together. Okay, and then she got pregnant. Well, they got pregnant. Now, initially, they were going to they both decided to terminate, okay? However, whatever state she was in or city she was in, for her to have the abortion, she would have to have someone drive her home from it. And Carmelo was supposed to be the one to drive her home, but he never flew to LA to drive her home from the procedure. Now, I'm guessing she don't have nobody else who can drive her anywhere, or she did not want anyone else when she was pregnant. I don't know why he was the only person that could drive her from the procedure. We have Uber and Lyft. Okay, and I'm like, I assume Uber and Lyft can also, drive someone to their location or whatever. So I don't know. But again, not saying he's off the hook for not getting there. But if he couldn't make it for whatever the reason, maybe good, bad, or indifferent, you can find no other ride. You didn't have no other friends who knew? Nobody? Now, she brought up, well, no, because she did bring up, and all this is from Hollywood Unlocked. She did, and Jasmine Brand. that she did say how, she had not told anyone about her pregnancy initially because she didn't want to explain anything. So because she never had that abortion, her and Carmelo plan was to avoid controversy. They both agreed for her to fly to London to have the baby. So I was like, London? London? So again, because if you're out the country, the blogs here can't really pick it up, or whoever can't pick it up, because again, this person is in a different country or whatever. And so she brought up how she agreed at first. She agreed at first, but she then realized that because she said she felt like he wanted that because it would make the babies be British citizens if they're born over there, whatever. And she said how she figured he would say that because it's hard to update birth certificates, okay? And she knew, you know what I'm saying? And she knew that she would eventually want his name on it, okay? And so that's why he chose to have done over there. I was like, Now the girl say it was the wrong move. She can't believe that she was gonna do that. But I'm like, but you moved to London to have these babies or whatever, and the babies were born in April. They were born 2 months premature. So, of course, they were still in the ICU. Newborn babies usually have to stay there just to get up their health or whatever. So, again, that's that. Now, the girl said that since then, he's been avoiding her or whatever. He don't answer her phone calls. He told her that he broke his phone. He threw his phone at the wall and broke it. And she then said, but you got enough money to buy you a new phone. I'm looking like, well, I mean, he do. But I think he was busy with his wife and his child. Okay, and it's weird to me how people get involved with people who they know is connected to somebody. Because publicly, Carmelo was making it seem as if he wanted to get back with LaLa. He was trying to get back with LaLa, even though they were living separate lives. Okay, co-parenting still, because they did quarantine together. But from what I felt, it was more for their son. Let's make him feel like he has the whole family, because it wasn't just not just Carmelo, LaLa, and son. It was also like their family, whatever. The whole family quarantined together. But this lady, while they over quarantining or whatever, she's over in London birthing babies. Okay, and now she's like, I just want him to be a part of his kids' lives. I don't want my kids suffering because their father won't acknowledge. I'm like, the baby's newborns. Them babies don't even know who you are just yet, because they're still growing and getting healthy. Like, I feel like her focus to say, I want it to be public knowledge that he had babies with me. Okay, and she did say she's been depressed, she's been sad. She was in a therapist there in London, and she said the therapist told her, when she told the therapist, okay, well, I'm so sad because he's not paying me any attention. I'm sad he's not being a father to these twins or whatever. And, he isn't here. He won't answer my phone calls. I tried to FaceTime him for him to see the babies. He would not do that either. So I'm sad because we agreed for us to have this private life here. And she said, the therapist said, well, even though you guys agree for that, it does not mean you have to stay to that agreement. It's the public should know. I don't know any therapist who would tell someone, no, go public with this. Like, I know you're fragile right now, you're suicidal right now, you're depressed right now. Go ahead and put this public knowledge, this private thing into the public sector of things to get more hate from people, because it's going to be people who are going to say, you so dumb. Why would you move to London? Why would you not get an Uber ride to the abortion? Like, things will be said that would drive her further into being depressed. No one is going to hear this story and say, oh, poor London baby having lady. No, they're not. Wow, Carmelo ain't at all. If this is at all true, he ain't at all. And I get why LaLa divorced him. But I'm like, lady, you're not a victim. And she said, I'm not a victim. I've done things too. We know you moved to London to have a man's baby who was publicly connected to his wife, who is trying to leave him. Okay? But again, you wanted this. And you are now saying how the therapist at the doctor's office said, although you and Carmelo both agreed to life in private, it did not mean to hide their kids from the world. Okay? And she then said, that's when I knew I had to speak out. Okay? Because their father has to acknowledge them. I'm like, the babies don't know y'all yet. Okay? They're 2 months old. And I'm like, aren't there other ways to do things besides putting the story out that y'all have twins, but not telling us who you are? So it's like you want to spray him, but not spray yourself. And again, I'm not saying Carmelo deserves any kind of, he innocent, but I'm like, I dislike when people put things out about other people, but want to hide themselves from the bullshit of it all. Now, she put out two little text messages betwixt them, okay? And again, this is from Hollywood Unlocked, where these things came from. And it's weird to me because what she's saying is in these two different little tweets, well, not tweets, but these two different messages, I'm trying to blow it up so I can see it. How do you ignore his health? Okay. Man, you would have the money when I wake up. I'm like, if you not woke yet, could you type it? Okay. Just tell me what the hell is wrong with Cash. So I guess one of the son's name was Cash. Now, as we see, the phone name is stored as Melo, with a photo of Melo drinking. Now, we do not know if it's his number, because of course the number was not shown, but I want to say anybody can put a name on the phone and say they talking to somebody. I can put a name on my phone. I'm talking to Tupac. I ain't talking to Tupac. Okay. Anyway, so she then said, look at how you come at me. This is why I need to be on child support. To be talked to like this over money is unreal. You know Cash was going downhill. I told you his body rejected the stents. So she put that. And then he then replied to the whole, this is why I need to be on child support to be talked like this. He then said, is that what you would like? Would you like that? And I was like, well, I don't know. So again, we don't know if this is him per se, but we know this is what she's saying is him. Okay. And then the second one, it is that Cash is going to have another surgery tonight. And if I tell you one of your kids is gonna great. And if I tell you one of our kids I gotta go into the hospital for, you should be people can't write. I need periods and commas. I need girl. Anyway, and if I tell you one of our kids I gotta go into the hospital for, you should be a parent and pick up the phone and find out what's going. I guess you've been going on, and I'm sure you don't give a fuck. So bye. He then said, oh shit, he's up, eyes are bananas. That's weird. And then he asked what's wrong with him. So again, she shared snippets of two texts between allegedly him and allegedly her. But again, we don't know that for a fact, so I'ma leave that be. Anywhere it go, LaLa has agreed or filed for divorce officially now. Okay. And I'm like, what else has he done? And how is that the minute she filed for divorce, this comes out? And she also brought up how one of LaLa's friends supposedly, allegedly was looking into who she was. So how do we know that LaLa did not find out, oh, the twins is in London? Okay, so not only would you cheat on me before I had a baby, you cheated again and had twins this time and moved a chick to a different country so that this time I would not find out. Meaning for the second time you stepped out on me and had kids. Okay, I can't trust you. I'm like, girl. And the crazy part is you have to explain this to your children. So Cayenne, who looks up to his daddy, Daddy, you cheated on mama twice and gave me siblings, daddy? Is that what you're going to do? Yep. To his wife. Okay, girl, look, you can be with a man as long as these chains around Carmelo's neck. Sometimes they just not faithful. Okay. Now, first of all, like the video, please and thank you. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. And whatnot. Let's get on to the other person on this little thing, or whatever. Nick of the Cannon, or whatever. So we know Nick Cannon was out here. Oh, I forgot to add it in. Nick Cannon, has had many children. Many children, okay? He had his twins with Mariah Carey, who he was married to. Okay, so those are his children from marriage. Okay, that's his ex-wife or whatever. We can't negate that. And then when they broke up, he had a son. Well, after they broke up, later on down the line, he had a son with Brittany Bell. Okay, and we know that, and that is fine as well. So after that, cool Nick. And between kind of in the meantime, we also know he dated Jessica White, who said that she had multiple miscarriages while being pregnant by him. He dated other people as well. However, last year, the end of 2020, Brittany Bell was pregnant. Now that popped up while he was dating Jessica White, and so that was weird. Him and her broke up, and then he was, had Brittany Bell pregnant. So Brittany Bell, who has a son with him already, named Golden, had their daughter, who I believe is named Queen, had her in December of 2020. Then, around March, I believe it was, Abby De La Rosa said that she was pregnant with his twins. So Abby just recently had a twins, June 14th or whatever, Zion and Zillion. Now I cannot pronounce Zion's name. I'm like, it looks like it's Mixolydian. So is it supposed to be Zion Mixolydian? I don't know. Now Zillion, their name was Air. I get that, Zillionaire. I can't pronounce that first kid name for the life of me. I don't know what it means. Okay, but again, twins born in June with Abby after Brittany Bell had his daughter in December, meaning Nick had two women pregnant at the exact same time. Okay, boom, pow, pow. Now again, because Jessica White was also apparently allegedly pregnant around the same time sometime last year, he had multiple people pregnant at the same time. I'm gonna leave that be. So Abby had her baby. Now it was a beautiful thing, but we also knew that Nick Cannon allegedly had a seventh child on the way by a girl named Alyssa, who at a former time was a Wild Out girl on the show. Well, she confirmed, and he confirmed, they both confirmed that he is having another baby with Alyssa. Yes, Nick Cannon, who was in this photo, we know that each woman always gets a pregnancy photo shoot. So this is his confirmation and her confirmation that, yes, his seventh child is soon due. Because as we can see, she's very, very pregnant, okay? Very, very pregnant. She's probably around 8-9 months right now. So again, Nick would have had 4 children with 3 women in less than a year. Okay? Boom. So, girl, because first it was Brittany right here. This is Brown versus Brittany, who has his 2 children. We then have Abby, who just had the twins. And then the new one over here is pregnant with a single child. And I was like, so does she get an extra baby? Because she's the only one who doesn't have another one. Look. Nick Cannon, he on some bullshit. He's on some bullshit. These are too many women to have pregnant at the same time. My issue is not anyone trying to procreate. Okay, I don't mind that. I don't even mind the fact that he was married to Mariah Carey. They divorced and he still wanted a family. That's fine too. But you have literally created 4 separate households with 4 separate women with 7 children. Mariah Carey has 2. Brittany Bell has 2. Abby De La Rosa has 2, and now Alyssa has 1. I really feel like it's gonna be somebody else gonna pop out, okay? Because she's pregnant. And how do we know? This may be twins too. I don't know, because she has not said it was she's having a single or whatever. But again, because singles are multiple. All we know is Nick out here knocking everybody up at the same time. He had 3 women pregnant within the same year, less than a year. Because again, they were all delivered December, June, and this one on the end right here is probably gonna be due within the next month or so. So in July. So that again, you have all these kids in less than 9 months. Ain't nobody using condoms? Is just everybody? Nick, look. Nick is just as bad as Future. I don't care how rich he is. I don't care how much he respects the multiple women he knocks up. He is creating multiple families within multiple households who will not be raised together. And even though he can go see them kids and bring them all together, they will not be raised together. Okay? Because he has to go and get all the kids, first of all, together from the 4 different mamas. Okay, and I'm like, I know I'm like this nigga here. Okay, the one person I let knock me up goes and then gets 3 other women pregnant and now has 7 kids. I mean, I was first. I hit it first, whatever. He hit me first. But with babies, it's crazy that people like, oh, it's okay. Nick isn't that bad. Nick is just there. He loves the women. He's so nice to them. Like, he supports them. He gives them money. Well, Future, Future doesn't give them anything. I'm looking like, but bitch, it's still, look, Future is bad too. There are different levels to people who are bad when it comes to fathering children. It's two different sets of it. Future is a absentee. Sometimes I don't know how much because it seems like sometimes he's around, but he's not as active with the kids as he could be, whatever as it looks in the news. Whereas Nick Cannon may be able to fly around to see them kids, but you keep having women pregnant. The 3 women knocked up at the same time is worse than Future. We know Future last big mama, the Eliza Rain girl, he's very bad to her. Okay, he barely wants to pay her child support or whatever. However, that's one set of bad. Nick Cannon knocked up 3 women in less than 9 months. Okay, and gives them all photo shoots. Okay, now somebody put out, well, maybe Nick Cannon, Nick has, I think, is it Lyme disease? I think it's Lyme disease. And someone in my comment section at one point I said, well, what if he know he's sickly or whatever, and he wants to, carry on his lineage? I was like, do that, but why would you do that with multiple women? They didn't say maybe he's a Muslim. I don't know. What I do know is usually that can mean all the people are around each other together. These women are living separate lives in separate cities and states. He got to get hella freaking flyer miles flying back and forth around here or whatever. And I feel like we need to stop acting as if, Nick Cannon's so nice. Look, they all get a photo shoot. They all get hair and glam. They all get pretty names. Okay, we got Moroccan and Monroe. We got Golden and Queen. Now we have Zillion and Zion. And who knows what the next one gonna be like? Baby Jesus. I don't know. But I feel like we have to stop acting as if, it's okay. It's just Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon is a fuckboy. Okay? He is. He's not a Future type fuckboy. He's a whole other kind of fuckboy. He's one you don't see him coming. And these women, why do you want to be the next baby mama? And it's like this. I do wonder because Abby, who just had babies and had a whole IG full of photos of her and Nick, whatever, and the pregnancy, whatever. She was celebrating them and their babies. The only photo she has now is the one of the birth. She took down all her other photos because I feel like it's because he announced or it came out on Father's Day that yes, he has a whole other baby on the way. Because I'm like, damn, can I get some shot? The fact that Brittany had the longest celebration, Brittany had babies in December, and then 3 months later we found out about Abby. Abby could not even celebrate her babies for more than 2 days. And now it's a whole new, Nick announcement. I got more kids. I was like, we know, we see it. We don't like it, okay? I don't like it. Nick, stop. If you want more kids, knock somebody up who you already have pregnant. Okay? Get Brittany Bell knocked back up, Abby knocked back up. Hell, even Alyssa. I don't think Mariah Carey went over there. But again, the last 3 baby mamas not work. Look. You don't need a 5th baby mama. And if somebody come up out the woodworks again before this year ends, he really ain't shit. If more women get pregnant by Nick Cannon, he will surpass Future in the fuckboy category. Okay, but I'm done. Okay, I had to get it off my chest and stuff. So look, everybody needs twins and these babies and these girls. There's too much going on around here. Put on a condom, okay, or pull out real quick. I can say pull out, don't worry. But again, fix it. Okay, I'm done. Peace.